My old school didn't have an art program.
If I weren't in art class, I guess I'd be just watching TV.
This is so much fun. I never knew art could be so fun.
Back of the Yards has a lot of violence and crime, but then again, you have a lot of different groups and organizations, such as our partnership with Urban Gateways, that come together and work as a way to reduce violence, to promote positive vibes, promote arts, promote literacy, promote student learning, student engagement.
Destiny, you're going to start to tell us this story as if it is the most special story that you could ever tell us, like you're going to tell us the secret of the world. Why don't you go ahead and ask her?
How was the world created?
The traditional account of the Inuit people is that the trickster in the form of a raven created the world.
I was just downstairs watching the kids. They were doing actual hands-on integrated arts activities. Then they write about them, about their experiences, so they're making a connection between the work themselves and then what they're reading, and that's huge.
And then you can use a combination of the parts that are drawn in that are incised. So I do have really high expectations of the kids. I don't talk down to them. In fact, I'll use really advanced vocabulary, and then I'll ask if anybody understands it, and then I'll explain the word. That's a lot like your drawing, too. That's wonderful.
Not all children learn in the same way. Some children gravitate toward visual, some gravitate toward listening, some gravitate toward music. Education is not all about one thing fits everybody.
Developing self-esteem is vital. It's a chance for somebody that's not so good at math to excel in something and to express themselves individually in their group of peers. Remember how we made connections with that wet clay that you go like this so it doesn't fall apart? I had this one student this year. I could tell that he was extremely creative, but he just could not focus. But as he stayed in art, he started to really get involved in paint and clay because they're like really interactive, kind of squishy, organic media, and he just started to focus.
When I create my artwork, it's like, all right, I'm starting on this and I'm gonna finish it. There's nothing stopping me, you know, and when I'm done with it, I just feel proud of myself. And now that I've created this, I really want to show it to the world.
Joshua was actually adopted. Joshua was on a respirator and also oxygen the first year of his life, and I was a foster parent, so I was told that Joshua wouldn't develop well at all and he would have all kinds of difficulties. Josh is a very active child, but when he's performing art, he's very focused and very still for a long period of time. Just to see how he's doing here at Chavez, and basically because of the programs, being able to, you know, just show himself in the art is excellent. And thank you so very much for having these programs here at Chavez.
Oh, no. If you can use this sort of as the raven, and I have a beak that you can put on. So see how that feels for you.
I've definitely seen progress in watching students transform from being extremely reticent, shy, withdrawn kids, and then at least being able to share more of themselves.
One of our students with disabilities has really thrived in this program, not only from a standpoint of being an artist, but as a student as well.
The arts is about, are you willing to try new things? Are you willing to express yourself in different ways? And a kid who's willing to do that is going to be successful.
There we go. Make it nice and colorful. This school's population is very diverse. They are multilingual multicultural. They might have problems communicating, but it seems art is the great equalizer.
I was born in Ecuador. When I first came to the United States, I knew nothing of English. Later in life, I kind of learned a little bit more of English, but I still can't make sophisticated sentences much. But in artwork, you don't really need to write what you're thinking. You can just express it, and that's good.
And then now ink it again. There we go. Excellent. And now set up your printing station.
This year, Ms. Sonia and my homeroom teacher were cooperating with each other how to work with both the art and social studies and reading. So in social studies, we're talking about slavery, and in our art class, we were working with linoleum printing, and we did a cage and a bird flying out to see freedom and how people were enslaved.
I think that studying social studies, reading books without knowing what art was created at that time is eliminating some big part of life.
What I like about making art would have to be, you can show what you're feeling, you can show what you're thinking.
Beautiful print.
You can show people what you are, who you are.
Other classes, they have their limits, but in arts you could really go beyond and express yourself.
We made a big artwork to put on the first floor where the kindergartners are. And if I ever have children, I could come with them here and show them my artwork, and that I've left a mark, a really good mark here in this school.
I have always told my principal that it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be fighting to get the artist. Art should be a natural part of the curriculum. I was very happy to get the resident artist so that we could have some art in school.
You just did such a lovely job. You should be very, very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.